Good morning, my fine internet dwellers. The hat is on, the truck is running, and I've already delivered my first delivery this morning. So I've got one more delivery. I just called the customer there to let them know, hey, Trucker Josh is still on schedule. Actually, I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, but I didn't tell them that. Shh, just in case I need to stop for a break, or a bathroom break, or to walk the weasel, we have a little bit of wiggle room. I'm thinking I might be there about 30 to 45 minutes early, but I'm thinking also going all the way down to Langley on the lower mainland, we're going to run into a ton of traffic. So that extra time is probably going to be eaten up by traffic anyway, so that's why I didn't say I was ahead of schedule, but I told them that I'll be on time. So the majority of the trailer is going to be unloaded there in Langley today, and then after that I just have those two pieces up on the step that are going to be delivered into Surrey tomorrow morning. If we can get this load unloaded fast enough today, I'm going to call Surrey and be like, I got 2 packages for you. 2. Can you please unload them today? Fingers crossed. So if they unload them today, then if I get a reload today, I can start heading towards that, right? I don't have a reload yet. I hope they didn't forget about me. I'm going to have to remind them I exist soon. Say, hey, load gods. Going to need another load soon. Sort of throw out my rod, right? No, not throw out my rod. Throw out my bait. You don't throw your rod out when you're fishing. I've tried that before. It doesn't work. They never bite. You just cast the line. That's the word I'm looking for. Cast the line out there, fishing for some loads. Reel one in. See if I can. This is getting weird. Let's get on the road. We have 300 kilometers to drive from here in Kamloops, British Columbia, down to Langley, British Columbia on the coast, just above like the northwestern corner of Washington State. It's a suburb, pretty much, not really, but to me, being from Manitoba, Langley's like a suburb of Greater Vancouver, the big city. But, you know, you talk to locals there, they're like, no, it's a total different city, total different town, total different country. That I could agree with. It does feel like a different country. Every neighborhood you go into in Vancouver feels like you're in a different country. Very unlike anything I'm used to, living way out in the boonies in the country where, you know, everyone speaks the same language. So this is where I actually spent the night again. This is the Kamloops Petrol Pass on the west side of town. I always stay here because my regular customer is just up the hill behind me there. So what I usually do is I go up there, deliver my freight, come back down here, grab fuel, grab a coffee, grab some breakfast, or make some breakfast, and then head on down to my next delivery. Sometimes this is my last delivery, but it's always the same customer that I go to when I'm here. Usually. For the past year, it's always been the same customer. And he's right up the hill, right in front of us now over there. The blue building up there. They know me well there. So let's get out there. There's a scale we got to go over right away. So we are legal. We are carrying our tire chains because it's the law right now in this season of the year. Gotta carry tire chains. Just in case. You never know. Manitoba got snow already, you know. Drag ourselves out here. There we go. So the majority of the freight is still on the trailer. These guys here, they only took 3 boxes. My next delivery is the big one. It'll feel good to get all of that off there. It's going to take quite a while, though. That's why I don't think we're going to get Surrey done today. Because there's 45 pieces that are going to Langley. And they sort of have to unload them with sort of like a little mini crane, one at a time. So, gotta be very careful not to break the glass. We're coming up on Hope, British Columbia right now, which is pretty much the last town before you get into the clearing. I think it's the Fraser Valley. Is that what it's called? Correct me if I'm wrong, you BCers. Is that what you call yourselves, the BCers or the BCians? The BCites? People who live in BC? I think the Lower Mainland is the Fraser Valley. I don't know. The Lower Mainland, anyways. This is the part of the country that rarely sees snow. Here where I am is usually the last part of the snowy terrain in the middle of winter. You go down lower into the Lower Mainland and you hit places like, oh shoot, it's slipping my tongue right now. There's Abbotsford. What's the town before Abbotsford? Doesn't it start with a K? Shoot, why can't I think of it right now? You guys know what I'm talking about. Look on a map. Come out here, and they rarely actually get snow. So there are places in Canada that don't get snow. The only thing is it's completely unaffordable to live here. Because everybody obviously wants to live here. This is the best climate in Canada. So it's packed full of people. You know, I was saying before that all the people coming to Canada that crowd into this area because of the nice climate boosts up the price of the housing here, but it also drives down the wages because they're typically willing to work for less than Canadians. So, you know, you get lower wages, higher cost of housing. It's just a big kerfluffle. So if you come to Canada, this is a great place to come visit. I wouldn't recommend buying a house here, though. Unless if you're rich. I mean, if you're rich, go for it. If I was rich, I'd go for it. I'd buy a cabin out here somewhere. Now we just need to get over to Surrey as fast as we can. I told them under half an hour. It's 25 kilometers to our destination. My GPS wanted to take me all the way around on the number 1, and it was 43 kilometers. No, I had to let her know, hey, Mandy, there's a shortcut. So we're going through the... not the back country. There is no back country down here. Not to me, anyways. I mean, there are some farms in the Lower Mainland here, and the people there tell me that they're country people. They live in the country. But I look at them like they're crazy, because I'm like, this is not the country. I can see skyscrapers right over there. This is not the country. Right, Diesel? I live in the country. We got skunks. And bears, and wolves, and coyotes, and beavers, and otters. What else do we got? We got deer. Foxes, and rabbits. And gophers, and moles. What else do we got out there, Diesel? I don't know. We live in the country. If you can see skyscrapers, that's not the country. Look at this guy. He parked right in the middle of the road here so that he could go to Tim Hortons. I thought about doing that before when I was on the way in here. I was like, I wonder if I could do that. I probably shouldn't because it's illegal, but what do you know? I'm not the first one who thought of it. I didn't do it, though. He did. You see, like in here, there's some country lots. This is some commercial area here, but here's some places in here. Little country lots. Some farms in here. And I know you can't see any skyscrapers from here because the trees are in the way. But you send the drone up 50 feet, and there you can see the whole city of Vancouver. All kinds of skyscrapers everywhere. That's too close to the city. But I get what you mean. I guess it still is sort of country. I mean, look, there's bush here. I would feel a little more comfortable here in the bush. But still, too much traffic, too many people everywhere, too many airplanes flying all over the place. Too much activity. There's way too many people. Guys, I have a confession to make. That's why I'm not wearing my hat. No, that's not why. But I do have a confession to make. That is the truth. I was wrong. That's right, everybody. Take note. Trucker Josh admitted he was wrong. Diesel, remember this. It probably won't happen again.
Got that right, man.
There is actually quite a bit of beautiful countryside south of Langley in the Lower Mainland of BC. Beautiful, huge, like 10-acre, 20-acre lots. I had to go down south of Langley to get into the southeast corner of Surrey there. I didn't know Surrey went so far south. Almost like pretty much straight south of Langley City. But I went down there and these beautiful, I didn't get any video of them, I'm sorry. Next time for sure. Beautiful, beautiful properties on like 10 acres. Some lots said 6 acres. I'm just going by like for sale signs that I saw. And when I delivered there into southeast Surrey, I was asking the guys like, I wonder how much that those properties are going for. And they're saying, oh, anywhere between, 6 to 8, maybe, 10, 15 million. Joseph and Mary, yikes. Can you imagine spending that much on a property? Smaller than our property. And they had like this tiny little house on it. I mean, like the property was beautiful, but they had these smaller houses. Our house is bigger and we have more land. Up to $15 million for a beautiful country property in the Lower Mainland. What do these people do for a living? Like, obviously, they've got to be like doctors, lawyers, good lawyers, not those public lawyers either. Like, these are the good ones that win every time. Like, can you imagine? Like, maybe some of you watching my video right now are a little more well off than me, so maybe you can imagine a little more than me. But I can't imagine being able to have the money to spend around $10 million on a property. Wow. Can you imagine what the monthly mortgage payments must be? Let's say you got like, what? A 25-year mortgage. Let's say you were even fortunate enough to put 10% down. That means you had, let's say, $10 million. That means you had $1 million in the bank just to put down on the house. Just down payment, $1 million. There you go. Wow. That's still a $9 million mortgage that you got to pay off in 25 years. Cut that out. Can you imagine what the monthly mortgage payments would be? Let's do the calculation right now. I'm curious. Sorry about all the mess behind me. I'm trying not to show it too much. I'm just filming this in my truck right now. Okay, $9 million. You guys doing this with me? $9 million. Let's say 9 million divided by 25 years. That means you've got to pay $360,000 a year divided by 12. $30,000 a month. Just your mortgage. That's without interest. You got to add interest on top of that yet. And then property taxes. Can you imagine how much property taxes would be down in the Lower Mainland where that land is so valuable because there's so little of it? Can you imagine, Diesel? Property taxes must be through the roof. So $30,000 a month just for the mortgage. Then you got to furnish the house yet. And then you got to pay for electricity, property taxes, phone bills, internet bills, TV. They probably got pools and hot tubs, so you got to pay to maintain that yet. They all got like $150,000 automobiles and cars and trucks and... Wow, I'm in the wrong line of work. What kind of job can you do where you make that kind of money? You've got to be making, to be comfortable in that lifestyle, you've got to be making, I'm going to say like close to $100,000 a month. That's, what is that? That's $1.2 million a year. Wow. Now, if any of you watching my video right now make that kind of money, you don't have to admit it. I'm not going to ask you to leave a comment or anything. You don't need to tell me how much money you make. Good for you, though. Good for you. No, a lot of people would be jealous of you and your lifestyle, but if you make that much money, you've obviously earned it. At least I hope you have. I hope it wasn't just, given to you. But if it was, maybe you inherited it from someone who did work for it. But usually, people who make that kind of money, I look at that and I'd be like, wow, I want to be like that one day. There's a lot of people in the world that want to take and steal the wealth away from the wealthy. I'm not one of those people. I don't want to take your money away. I want to be like you one day. I want to find a way of getting there one day. I just haven't won the lottery yet, but I'm going to get there. And when I get there, I hope that I don't have mobs of people coming after me and, petitioning the government to take all my money away, because it's mine. Anyways, enjoy your lifestyle if that's the way you live. Enjoy it. I'll meet you there one day. I'll meet you there. We can have like what do rich people do? We can have a tea party. Is that what rich people do? I'd be such a redneck rich person. I'd be like, everyone would be pulling into my neighbor's drive. Like all my neighbors would be pulling into their driveways. Their Lexuses, their BMWs, Mercedes, Porsche, Lamborghinis. I'd be pulling up in my jacked up Chevy Silverado 3500. Oh, Trucker Josh is home again. Oh man, shoot. You know, you'd always know when I came home because I'd have the nice exhaust on my truck. Big garage, big man cave. What I would do if I won the lottery. Anyways, enough dreaming. Thanks for watching today, putting up with me. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. There'll be another video tomorrow. Take care.